All right, all right. Well, welcome to another episode of the RageAffects podcast. I can't speak English, and you're gonna understand that by the end of the episode. I can't speak English today. So welcome back. We have a different one. Mrs. Rage, for the first time ever, has actually joined me on the podcast for her own episode to kind of talk about a lot of things. We discussed our deepest thoughts with the streaming space in a relationship that was rocky during the beginning of it because there was conversations that weren't had and stuff like that, and moving into having children while still streaming, and then having more children while still streaming, and then just everything all piled together. So it's a pretty good conversation. We kind of get off topic a lot, and it's just the way we have discussions, and it's a long one. I told her it'd be a half an hour. It was an hour. So there's that. We get a lot of interruptions by the dog, so please be mindful of those interruptions. We did our best to try to make sure she stayed calm, but she likes to get involved when we're too close to each other. I just want to take a second and mention a few things because we're getting into that part of my life and streaming that has been deeply thoughted and everything. In the episode, you're going to hear us talk about how Mrs. Rage is going to be kind of involved in some things. So let me discuss that real quick with you guys before we get deep into that thought. Basically, I'm overwhelmed. I've been dealing with a lot of stress due to financial and work and everything in between. I'm getting Mrs. Rage involved in a way that I'm hoping that she feels comfortable with. She's also been a part of the streams. You'll hear about that later. And just overall, I'm trying to find more time that I can allocate to her without taking time from her while I'm at work. So there's a lot going on in this conversation. So please bear in mind with it, enjoy it, have fun, and make sure at the end of the day, when you need that energy boost to get through your streaming events and all your work events, connect with Glitch. Go down in the description, check out Glitch Energy, use code RAGE at checkout, get yourself 20% off your favorite flavors. Mine, currently, one of the ones right here, Mouse and Key Mango. Absolute phenomenal flavor. You got to try it. It's just straight mango. It's simple, but it's so good. Right now, in the shaker that I got right now, Kindred Kiwi, which we're doing a giveaway for some Kindred hot sauce at my 6-year streaming anniversary, which is on August 31st. It's like a 21-hour stream. Some crazy shit like that. We got a Stream Deck Neo. We got $100 in Glitch gift cards. We got Kindred Nation hot sauces. We got a limited edition print run shaker. I'll put it right here on the screen for you. We got one of those to give away. We got possibly a piece of my own merch, and I'll put merch right here for you guys as well that we'll be giving away. So please check out Glitch. Be sure that you use my link in the description. Use code RAGE. Get yourself 20% off of that order. And without further ado, please enjoy the podcast with me and Mrs. Rage. Keep in mind, audio might not be perfect. We did use one mic for 2 people. I made it work. I hope it sounds fantastic. I haven't even listened to it yet. We just got done. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And I'll see you guys on the next one. No, I don't want the replay buffers off. I know. I stink. Jesus Christ.
I know. You have my face in your armpit, remember? Twice.
I didn't have my...
I still smelt it.
I was going to say I didn't have my face in your armpit.
I still smelt your armpit.
Yeah, my armpits stink.
Freak.
Thanks for saying that on the podcast.
You're going to edit it out anyways.
No, I don't edit anything out.
So this is all like one clip, whatever.
Yeah.
So everybody knows I just called you that you stink.
Yeah, basically.
Oh.
Everybody now knows that I smell like ass.
Like very bad body odor.
Sometimes. I shower regularly. I don't usually. Ready for questions? People have questions.
Am I gonna feel like I'm being interrogated?
A little bit.
Am I allowed to hurt your feelings?
A little bit.
Okay.
And we're gonna use people's. I'm not gonna use their Discord names because it sounds stupid, but I'm gonna use their stream names. on the video, there's gonna be
But
pop-ups there.
But how do you know what their stream name is if it's different from on there?
How do I know?
Yeah.
Because I know the profile pictures and I know what their Discord names are. Sleepyhead Elite goes by the Real Asian in my Discord. Doesn't go by Sleepyhead Elite in my Discord. He wants to know. No, you can't be involved.
Want to come say hi though? Come say hi, quick.
Well, she can't.
Quick.
She will. She can't.
Head up. Up.
You'd have to move that way. That way. Yeah,
Up.
and then she'd have to come. There we go.
There we go.
All right, you can still talk. Mr. Real Asian, aka Sleepyhead Elite, wants to know, how do we meet? I'm gonna let you answer them because
do we the first time or when we became friends?
You can go as far as the first time. It doesn't really matter.
Okay. Well, Rage was the awkward loner-ish type of guy in high school that would sit in a corner with long hair covering his face with a beanie, poking my ass with a pencil.
I was poking your ass in class, first off, not in the hallway.
I don't care where you were.
No, that's context we need.
I don't care.
I wasn't walking around a hallway poking you in the ass with a pencil.
If you were sitting down and I walked by you, you would poke me.
But I wasn't wearing a beanie in class either.
But this was before we met. This wasn't even when I was in grade 12.
No, before we met, I wasn't poking you in the ass with a pencil.
Well, I don't know what you were doing. You were just a creep.
You were my sister's friend.
Yeah.
I didn't know you. I just saw you from afar. We never interacted until.
But when I walk with your sister, she would stop and talk to you. She goes, "Oh, that's my brother," and then here you are, long hair with a beanie. Creep.
No, then I didn't have long hair.
Oh yeah, you did.
I did, but I didn't wear beanies back then. That was in high school when we first met.
You had short hair. Oh no.
No, that's when I had long hair.
Yeah.
I used to wear a beanie.
Well, all I know is that you had long hair, a beanie, and you poked.
I used to have hair probably around the same length, except it was all the way around my head.
Do you want me to pull up a photo?
I can show them a photo on stream. I'll find a photo in the video.
It was to your shoulder.
No. It was.
Oh, yes, it was.
No, it wasn't. I never had hair to my shoulders.
Yes, you did.
No.
Oh, yes, you did.
No.
Oh, yes, you did.
I will guarantee you, I've never had hair to my shoulders. No. Here, yes.
And then it was pretty
the bangs
close.
were here. The bangs were here.
Well,
the hair was here, but the back of my neck was so long that it would curl because when I would lean my neck, so it was down to about here. It was maybe about an inch or two away from my shoulders.
You can't forget that hair too. Oh, girl.
Yeah, the dog doesn't like it when we sit too close to each other and do this sort of thing, so she's gonna keep intervening. So we met through that, but we also met through not really. My sister never really introduced us to each other.
But whenever she did find out I was dating you, she called me an idiot.
Yeah, she did say you were crazy. We really met due to and I mean I'll use her real name because nobody knows who the fuck she is, Katie. Because Katie forced us to be in a group together. Nova. Anyway, so like I was saying, the person that really introduced us to each other was Katie because she forced us in entrepreneur class to be in a group together.
That was only because I ditched second day of school to get my hair done.
You missed a day of class, and in that aspect, it ended up being me, you, and Katie because I didn't want to work with David.
And watch him see this.
And David probably doesn't even know I exist anymore. He hates my guts because I worked 2 jobs when I worked at a dollar store and did editing.
He complained to you about my mom not realizing that she was your mother-in-law.
Yeah. So
which
he
is
doesn't.
Extra hilarious.
He doesn't like me. So I really don't care if he sees this. If our David sees this, I mean the chances are slim.
Or the chances on even recognizing you could be slim to none too.
Right. I mean he's probably gonna put 2 and 2. He's probably gonna put 2 and 2 together when I say Katie, you, me. He sees all of us. Anyways. I didn't really want to work with him in entrepreneur class, so we ended up working with Katie. And it's funny how it worked out because you weren't there the first day, then you came in the second day. We already kind of had the concept of what we were going to do. Katie had decided for us that we were going to do cookies for our entrepreneur class business idea, which is the stupidest idea. I think everybody makes cookies. We weren't creative enough to think of something else. We thought of shaped cookies. Shaped cookies.
Oh yeah,
It was stars and hearts.
and circles.
That was our fucking design.
Oh,
that was our fucking business idea as teenagers. We thought of shaped cookies. Shaped cookies.
Yes.
We couldn't have thought of something else.
Like what?
I don't know.
Gonna make a cookie look like the Eiffel Tower?
Sure. A 3D cookie instead of a flat ass. Anybody can make a flat cookie.
No.
And then of course.
Have you seen me make a cookie? That's not from a package.
Yeah.
That's not already circled. I'm not talking about the freaking powder that's already in the
We've done
bag.
shaped cookies before.
Yes, but I'm talking about
Not
actual
free shaped, but we've done shaped.
homemade cookies from like the flour and the sugar and the butter and the tablespoon of
Here's the thing. So the reason why you wouldn't even talk to me at first.
No.
You wouldn't talk to me at first. And the reason why you spoke to me, and this is the stupidest thing, is because Katie and you both wanted pink and blue as the colors.
No, we wanted just pink.
No, you guys wanted pink and blue, and I said, "There's no way in hell I'm getting up in front of the class with pastel pink and pastel blue as my brand logo." And you lost your shit laughing. You laughed so hard that day, like you would not leave that go.
Who's our teacher, Miss Pelche?
It was Miss Pelche. Yeah, it was Miss Pelche, and Miss Pelche thought we'd get together too. And look at us now. So, there's that. So that's how we met. We didn't start dating. We didn't start dating right away though. It was one of those things of I already had a girlfriend, and Mrs. Rage was supposed to.
We'll keep names out.
Yeah, we won't add her name in. I mean, nobody would even know who the fuck she is.
I don't care.
I'm sure most of our friends wouldn't even know who she is. But like I was dating this one girl. The issue was that she was slightly younger than me, and she was still in middle school. She had failed a year. She should have been in high school. She wasn't. And the relationship took a turn because the only time that we could really see each other was at the beginning of the day before school started, and if I went over. And it was very hard for me to go over because my dad wouldn't. My dad wouldn't bring me over there. My dad was always like, "Find your own way over there." I wasn't allowed to really. And then if he did bring me over there, it was only because they were going that way, and then on the way back, I had to be picked up. I had a fairly strict childhood. I didn't really.
Wasn't the freaking word.
Yeah, it was fairly strict because like even when I went to her place, her parents' place, I wasn't allowed to stay the night, and I had to bike there myself. And mind you, it
grew up with my parents.
It was a 10-minute drive. It was about a half an hour bike ride. The problem is I ran it on a BMX, so I was biking back and forth on a BMX. It wasn't even a mountain bike. Yeah. She does that.
Until you creak your.
So I was dating her, and then I remember we had a fallout, and basically I told her that if she hadn't come see me to talk it over, we were going to be done. And then she didn't answer me, and then apparently she was late to school, but I had just said fuck it, and I ended it. And then apparently you and her were in conversation.
I was supposed to talk to you.
You were supposed to. Yeah, you were supposed to do that. You were supposed to talk to her to stop me from doing something stupid. And then instead, you told Katie that you liked me. And then Katie told me.
I thought she told Chrissy. She told Chrissy, and Chrissy went to get you.
Because she stayed with you.
Chrissy and
Katie. She stayed with you. She told Chrissy. Chrissy came to me. Chrissy told me, and I went to you.
You booked it up
and I went to you. And that's when that started. And that was January 24th, 2011.
That was
so we've been together for a while.
Holy frig.
All right. So there's that. And then fast forward a few years. I mean, I didn't start streaming until 2018, roughly.
When we moved
to Moncton. I have the official date. I'll put it up on the screen. But it was either 2018, 2019. Because I got affiliate on August. I got affiliate on August 28th of what I believe. Well, no, it wouldn't be 2019. No, it'd be 2017 because I'm going on 6 year 2018 because I'm going on 6 years affiliate.
Can you not math?
I couldn't math in that moment. So 2018 is when I started streaming. We moved up to Moncton from our hometown in June of 2018. And I started streaming almost immediately, right before my birthday. I remember that. And I got the job at the Parlor Pond in October of 2018, and I worked there for almost 2 years. We moved back. It was June. It was July of 2022.
Yeah, because we had the baby.
Wait.
It was 6 months when we moved.
I almost worked there for 3 years. Sorry. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it was almost 3 because I started in October of 2018.
Yeah, because we were still living right
2019,
there across
so
the street.
2019, 2020, 2021. No. Holy shit. Wait.
Can't math.
No, but I could have swore I've always told people I've only worked there for like almost 2 years, but it was almost fucking 4 years because we left in June of 2022. No, 2021. Sorry.
Yeah, because she was 6 months old.
Yeah, so
she was born
2019,
right after
2020,
the New Year.
almost 3 years. Almost 3 years. I was a few months off of 3 years because we moved in June because your parents bought the house and they moved in at the beginning. They moved in at the beginning, mid of July. We moved in. No, they moved in. We moved in June, like the second week of June. Yeah, we stayed there for like a week or two by ourselves, and then they moved in not long after, like officially, because they were still renting. So they stayed there as long as they could, and they moved stuff in. They moved stuff slowly.
They were still living at the, or they brought some stuff over, moved into the house, and just kept bringing their stuff over.
Yeah, because I don't remember the house being empty, but I remember slowly, progressively getting their stuff in, and they didn't move in right away. We were there alone for a little bit.
Couple days, I think.
And I mean, there was a lot, like, because like you said, I started streaming in 2018, and honestly, Tidy News had a really good question, and I don't think we ever talked about this because I think this just happened. She said, "What do you think? What did you think when Rage told you he wanted to be a streamer?" I don't think I ever asked her.
Yes, you did.
I don't think I told you. I remember. So when we moved, I was working for Scott. I was doing podcast audio editing, and I was a self-employed contractor through him. And I remember us always being like, we moved because I was making really good money, and I said, "Fuck it, we can afford it," right? And then we moved up there, and Scott's business took a dip. He went on a vacation, came back. He was like, he had people that ended contracts and all this other stuff. And that's when I was getting the job at the parlor, but I had started streaming back in like July.
Right when, like, a little bit before.
And the reasoning behind starting was
before COVID?
Yeah, no, it was way before COVID.
Okay.
It was way before COVID because COVID's when streaming became popular and it became oversaturated. I was streaming before that. And I remember when I started streaming, it was Minecraft. I played, or no, not even Minecraft. It was like Overwatch. It was Overwatch with Brooke in them. I remember playing Overwatch with Brooke and them, and I just started going live. I just started streaming. I was just like, "Fuck it! If I'm gonna play these games, why not just be live?" And sadly, the mindset behind that was to make more money. I wanted to make more money, and I remember trying to get you involved really early on with Minecraft. I believe it was Minecraft. Do you remember this? Do you remember that the jerks that came in and fake donated to us and shit,
and all the others? About me?
Yeah, they were saying they started like there was this big I don't say a scam. It wasn't a scam. It was a troll where they could copy and paste this, like you could color your words to the name of your person. And I had never gotten a donation before. I mean, I was fresh streaming, so what they had done is it was like /me and then space and then you would put your text. And it would change the color, and they would put like it was like Zelda Lover 245 donated $10, and I was like, "Oh my god, thank you so much!" You know, like cool. And like I didn't think
should have caught on though when the big numbers came.
I didn't think nothing of it. I looked at my PayPal and I hadn't seen anything. I was like, "Oh, maybe it takes a few minutes." I said, "I've never gotten this before. I don't know if Twitch holds it or anything or how this works." So, and then it was like, "Oh well." That's only chump change, and here's 15, and here's 20, and here's 100, and there's 200, and then there's 500, and then there's 1,000, and then we were like, okay, like this is fucking insane. We're like about to fall into tears, and then I looked down and I realized like I haven't gotten any of this, like at all, none of it. I haven't gotten a fucking penny. And then they started completely changing their mannerisms. They went from trying to be these nice people to treating Mrs. Rage like shit. Like absolute shit. I remember them saying like bad things and being like rude comments. I don't remember the comments and shit.
I do.
But I remember that, and at that point for her, she was like, "No, you're not doing this no more." And she was like, "You're not going to do this." And I was like, "Well, it's like this is not going to happen all the time. Like you don't have to be a part of the streams."
I think it even happened after that.
No, it never did.
No.
It never did happen again. No, because they changed the that Dash Me thing, and then I learned that, so it's like it wasn't going to happen again. So we never really talked about it. It just kind of happened, and then there was a lot of. And we'll be kind of vulnerable here with this. There was a lot of fights.
A lot's not even a freaking word.
There was a lot of fights because,
7 days
especially
a week.
when I came into the group that I was streaming with, or not even streaming with, because none of them streamed. It was only me. I was the only one that streamed.
Games with?
I played the games with. They were my streaming crew. They were the guys that I played games with all the time.
Every time you streamed or gamed, they were there.
And back then, back in 2018, when you looked on the internet and you looked to see how do you grow on Twitch, it was stream more. In that time, it was stream more. The more you're live, the more people will see you, the more you'll be found. So what did I do? I played Rainbow Six Siege 7 days a week for an entire year, and I clocked in almost 700 hours in a year on that game. And it was like the whole persona of my streams was Mrs. Rage would be mad, and we would get into a fight. And it happened all the time. There's no visible clips of it anymore. They're all gone. Everything's gone. There's not a single piece of content on my channel that has us fighting in it like that, because it's so old. It's been pulled from Twitch's servers. So we had a lot of that, and I remember, and I'm not going to mention any usernames when it comes to bad things. If they come by the stream, the videos and stuff, they're going to know who we're talking about. But we had people, I had viewers that would donate because I was sad. So like me and Mrs. Rage would get into a fight. I would stream through it. And mind you, the streaming setup was in our bedroom. So I was streaming
while I'm trying to sleep.
6 p.m. I would get home from work at 5, let's say. I'd stream from like 6. We'd have supper, but I would sit at my desk doing supper because I was working for my buddy at the time at 2. So I would get home, or I would wake up in the morning, start working for Scott. I was lazy as fuck. I didn't do anything like half the day. I would watch Woggles all day because he streamed 24, 48-hour streams, and he didn't stop streaming. That guy's insane.
Does he still stream?
He still streams. He just doesn't do it as much. He doesn't do like big 24-hour streams and stuff. Yeah, he's dummied it down a lot. So, I would watch him slowly work, and then once I was fed up of working, I would start streaming, and then I would stream till like 2 in the morning, go to sleep, wake up at 8 in the morning, rinse and repeat. And I did that 7 days a week. And then when I got a job, it was sort of the same thing. I go to work 9 to 5, come home, have supper, start stream, and at like 1 in the morning, go to bed, wake up, go to work, crack an energy drink, go on my day over and 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 over. It didn't stop. Like I constantly was either working for Scott or working for the pawn shop and gaming. And then when it wasn't the original stream group, it was the work crew playing Destiny or playing any of those games with Leo and Matt and Zach and all them. Like it was one group or another, and I was always with a full group of people. I was always gaming with that group of people. And that went on for years. It went on until 2021, really. It continued straight through to that. Even once Adeline was born, it kind of continued because I was so worried that we wouldn't have money and like for the longest time of my stream, because of that one viewer, I relied on that income so much that anytime we would fight, I would validate it by that. I would look at it and go, well, we're going to argue, but he's going to give me $100. And then we can go buy whatever the fuck we want.
It kind of seemed like he was waiting for it. Like he had.
Yeah, I don't know.
It seemed like he enjoyed it.
At the end of it all, he ended up trying to control the content. It just didn't work. It is what it is, right? I'm not going to get into details on that. If anybody's listened to the podcast, the first season that's just audio, they would know this whole story. Me and Rin have discussed this multiple times. This is the turning point of my shit.
Rin's always been there.
Rin's been there through all that because there was a bunch of shit that happened.
Fighting.
Yeah, well, no, Rin wasn't there for that. No, he came around right when Adeline was born. Right before.
Oh, yeah, right before.
Yeah, Rin has been around just as long as my daughter's been around, maybe a couple of months more. Yeah, so But yeah, so there was really no discussion on it. There was no talk. I would say once we moved to your parents, there was a discussion. Because at that point I had taken leave from working and I was a stay-at-home. But I was like, I'm going to put all of my focus into this for 6 months. I said, and whatever happens, happens. But I said I was going to be pulling myself away from the family a lot so I could focus on this. And we made an agreement, but it fell through. It didn't work. And then I started working at Bell Alliant. And then we're here. But when we moved here back in November, my son was born and the fighting did commence again. And that was just because of exhaustion. That was because of new baby. That was because of lack of assistance. Just no help around the house because I was the only one available to her, but I was working and I was learning a new job and I was doing the streaming and I was still trying to promote content and I was still trying to live the life that I had with one child with two, and it doesn't work. And that's one of the things that we're still working out those kinks. There's nights that she doesn't get much sleep, and then I get off of stream and I come to bed and I'm fucking tired and I'm not getting much sleep. So we're looking at each other like, well, you didn't get any sleep, but I didn't get any sleep either. And then we get in each other's face. The most
is whenever I say I'm tired and you look at me like, I'm tired too. I'm a different tired.
But the difference,
because you game half the freaking night and screwed up your sleep schedule.
So I'll explain my thought process on that just because we're live and I want to. The reason why I say that is because I have ADHD, and part of an ADHD brain is to connect with someone on a personal level with likewise situations. So for me, when you say you're tired and I know I'm tired, I go, oh, me too, I'm tired, because I'm connecting with you in a way that makes sense to me. But in my brain, it makes sense for me to. You should know by now when you like say that, it just makes me more mad. Like if you say, 16 years ago I broke my elbow or broke my knee, I'd be like, oh yeah, 5 years ago I broke my arm. I'm connecting with you in a conversation. But that's different. In an ADHD brain, it's the same thing.
If I'm tired, you cannot say I'm tired too, because it's not.
I can be tired, but I'm not tired the same. Yeah, no, I do agree.
Kids.
What do I have? No kids?
I take care of them.
You got something to say to me, woman?
You suck.
No, you didn't. That's why we have children. Jaw dropped, huh? All right. So, I mean, we already talked about one of the questions, but I'm going to say it anyways because we can come back to it. Bryn had asked, how hectic was it with Rage during the first few years of his streaming career?
It was horrible.
It was fucking bad.
I'll admit. No, you made me feel lonely.
I'll admit it was bad. It was fucking bad.
We were already married when he started streaming, and it was to the point, I was pretty sure, like, I think, 2 years in, we were close to divorce?
Yeah, I'm sure there was more. There was definitely more than one time.
Because, because it was, you were bad.
I'm 150% or nothing. And when I make a decision on something and I go all in, it really pulls me away from everything. I'll completely zone everything else out in my life. No, but
it was to the point I was eating supper by myself in the living room.
There was one point
I was going to bed by myself.
Look at COVID. Look at when COVID hit. I was streaming 10, 12 hours a day because we had nothing else to do. I was literally streaming. I pulled my fucking streaming setup.
Look, that's when we had our first daughter, COVID.
That was nighttime. That's different.
You still said 10, 12 hours.
I was. There was some days I was streaming 10, 12 hours. But the thing was, do you remember? I pulled my streaming. That was like, I literally had just bought a fucking VR.
Yeah, before COVID. You pulled it into the living room, and I couldn't even watch TV because you were hooping and screeching.
I destroyed our living room.
Oh, I was mad.
And then I kept my gaming setup in the living room.
That was my literally, I remember my safe space.
I remember keeping the gaming setup in the living room at that point because I had gotten the new Secret Labs chair. I got my Go XLR. Like, we were swimming in it. Like, VR, everything.
Swimming in it. I was annoyed.
Yeah, you were annoyed. That caused even more fights.
The living room is my living room, and if my living room doesn't,
there was cables everywhere.
If my room doesn't look like the room it's supposed to be,
yeah, there was cables everywhere.
Mad.
There was cables everywhere.
And you ruined it
because I had waking up, or is
no? He's going to tell me to kiss his ass.
So yeah, so there's that. I moved the setup into the living room.
I could have watched TV.
No, she couldn't do anything because basically anytime I was playing the game, I had these headphones, and she would want to watch a TV series, and I was like, "You need to turn on TV. I can't hear."
It was to the point I literally just moved into the living room. Not into the living room.
Into the
bedroom.
Into the back
I literally
of the bedroom.
just watched stuff.
Yeah.
On my laptop because somebody wouldn't let me use my TV.
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, I let that consume me really bad. I think that was the only time though that it got that bad.
No.
I don't think it's never gotten to that point where we've had to actually switch positions kind of thing. At your parents' place, it didn't get that bad.
No.
When?
Remember?
Clearly not.
When we moved into the apartment right before I had the baby.
Oh, that one bedroom apartment?
No. The one where I had her.
Oh, the 2-bedroom.
Yeah.
Stainless steel?
Yes. You put your gaming stuff in the bedroom right beside the baby.
Yeah, well...
And guess who kept waking me up while I was freaking almost due to have a baby? While I'm trying to have as much sleep as I can.
Yeah, but then we made a compromise. I moved it into the closet.
Yeah, but before that, I was waking up. You were waking me up every hour.
That was such a weird spot to put a gaming setup, by the way.
Every hour.
I literally... So, that apartment was built, and it had a front door and a back door. And the front door was the door we never went through. We never went in that way. We never went out of that way. We always went through.
Is that the front door or the back door?
That was the front door.
Oh.
The back door is the one we always use by the kitchen and living room. That's technically the back door.
To me, that's the front door because the living room's right there.
But it's the back of the building, so it's considered the back door.
The other one's the side door.
No, it's
because
it technically faces the road. You walk out sideways, but the door faces the road.
It was on the side of the building.
Yeah, there was a cutout because it was a spiral staircase up.
Yeah, but it was.
But anyways, so what I did is I took you guys can't see it, but there's a metal shelf way over there. I took that and I put it right up against the door, and so you couldn't even really see the door anymore. But my back was right up against that. I didn't have room to push my chair back at all, and my gaming setup was built into a closet. I literally took the doors off the closet.
Put them in my bedroom.
And put them in the fucking bedroom.
Which annoyed me even more.
And I fit my desk inside of this coat. It was
just a coat hanger.
It was a coat. Well, not
closet.
Coat closet. That's the word.
Coat closet.
It was a coat closet. And I literally just put my setup in there. No. I put the doors back on though. Because I remember putting the doors back on because you were complaining about the light shining because I had a bunch of LED lights and shit. And it was shining through the hallway into the bedroom.
But no, that ended up just shutting the door on my bedroom door.
But anyways, so I had the doors open. I had the doors open and you can see the doors on each side of me. You can see 2 doors on each side of me. And then a shelf behind me with a door. I'm going to go see if I can find a clip of it. It's so fucking funny looking.
You had to make do.
Oh.
Because you kept waking me up, and I didn't want you to wake up the baby. Because if I had $1 for every time you annoyed me,
I was so loud,
or made me mad,
I was so loud.
I would be rich.
But I was so loud as a
You still are. I
am
you upstairs.
But the difference is I'm all the way in the basement. So
just picture our neighbors.
I'm loud. However, by the time the sound gets upstairs, it's not that loud, so it's not bad.
I can hear you word for word.
That doesn't mean I'm loud though. My voice projects very well.
I'm half deaf. You're loud.
My voice projects very well though. I did theater and shit. My voice projects really well. I can be in the theater and I do not need a microphone for people to hear me at the back of the stage at our school. I did not need a microphone for people to hear me. So it was stupid. And I mean for Rin, you know when you came around, it was still hectic. Whether or not I had the baby on me and I was streaming with the baby on me sleeping, or I kept waking you up and I had to keep apologizing to you, or we moved the setup, or we did this, or we did that. It was crazy.
But there was some times that we fought while you were streaming that you actually stopped.
Yeah, at that point I started realizing that I needed to stop streaming if we got into an argument.
I still tell you to this day. Give me time.
Yeah, but that's because I get sucked into shit. Because again, I am that type of person that if I want to succeed, I know I need to give more effort. More effort requires more time, and I will just give all of my time to one thing. I'll drown myself in that one thing with hopes that if I become successful, the way that my brain works on it is that if I become successful and I make a shitload of money, say 6 months down the line, I start making like hundreds of dollars in this. Now I pay an editor. Now I'm paying for my time back. Now I can take that paid time that I'm taking back and give it to you.
But right now you need to give me time. But
if I give you time, then I don't have time to create the money.
But then
you see what I'm saying?
But would you rather make money or make?
Technically, I want to do both.
No. Do you want to make money and have a bitchy wife, or just take some money away and have a happy wife that's not bitching at you? If you don't smarten up, I'm divorcing you.
I want the money, but I want the happiness. So the money creates the happiness. So it's in my head. In your head, it makes sense. In my head, it also makes sense. So it's a weird. But
the opposite.
We're in a weird spot when it comes to things. But good news, which we've been talking about and people know in the Discord, Mrs. Rage actually going to be helping me. So we're hoping that with her helping me, it's gonna give me more time to give to her because she's a stay-at-home mom. She stays home with the kids. We do not send her kids to daycare. I make enough money with the rent that we pay and stuff to afford our living the way it is. Yes, we'd like a better life down the line, but we're gonna wait till both of our kids are in school, and then we're gonna put our focus into getting jobs to fund a house and to fund trips and to fund our life with our kids when they are cognitive and understand things more. Once they're in school, that's where we're going to push ourselves a little bit harder. But for right now, she's a stay-at-home mom. She stays home with the kids. She takes care of them. She gets up in the middle of the night with them. She stays up late with them. She gets up early with them. She does everything for them. But,
and this is great.
Yes, sleeping and snoring. But in her free time, when she's with the kids and the kids are quiet, she's on her phone. Or at night, once the kids are in bed, you usually go and sit on my laptop and watch a video or whatever. So we had been talking about it, and she had agreed to it, and I just never pulled the trigger on allowing her to have this opportunity. But
I'm so tired.
Okay, so like I was saying, one of the things we're gonna be doing is she's actually gonna be like posting things on my Instagram for me. We have a program that I've been using called Milanote. We're going to be making her an account. We're going to be talking creative ideas. So she's going to be more involved. She's already been kind of involved with the streams because what we've been doing to allow us to find more time to be live without taking more time away from things is when she starts putting my son to bed, which is a time where I'm no longer needed necessarily because she's putting him to bed.
Unless she's acting up.
Depending, and we decide that on a case-by-case basis. I will come downstairs and I will start stream around 7 to 7:30. And then at 8:30, when my daughter goes to bed, usually it's me that puts her to bed because she always somehow wants me. Even if she asks for Mrs. Rage, she changes her mind when she's in bed. She wants me. So when that happens, Mrs. Rage comes down. We swap spots. We swap games. She plays what she's playing. Right now it's Sakori. Later on, it's going to probably be like Detroit Become Human, Heavy Rain, like basically choice matters games. She likes those style of games, and they're pretty relaxing, and they're nice for you guys instead of you sitting on a BRB scene or something like that. And then once my daughter's asleep, I come down, and by 9:30, we swap places again. And then I end stream anywhere from 11 to 1 o'clock in the morning, depending on how I'm feeling and depending how chat is, depends on how I go. Like last night, I ended stream at, I think, 11:30.
And you stayed down here.
I stayed down here
1 o'clock.
I stayed down here and I did stuff. So basically, and this is another thing that we've always disagreed on, is that if I'm not streaming, like let's say if I cancel a stream, in my head I'm like, okay, well I canceled the stream. Now I have time to go edit, make posts, do this, do that, do this. And she looks at it and goes, now you have time to watch a movie. And I'm like, well, no, the time was already allocated to streaming stuff. So I'm just going to shift what I'm doing. And we always get into a fight over it.
Yes, because I want time.
I know. And this is part of the...
Give me time.
And I think this is part of the reason why
I'm always mad.
we're going to end up in a really good spot if this works. So if everything works out, she's going to learn how to edit some clips, which will be nice. It'll be simple edits. It won't be anything crazy. I'm not looking for anything super crazy. We just want a simple vertical edit, which I'm going to teach her. I'm going to use.
Tired. My eyes are watering.
Yeah. All right.
I can barely keep them open.
Good. Well, we'll end this really quick then. We're already at 37 minutes, so we should probably move on.
Yeah.
There was only a few questions. There was only a few questions.
5, but that was like 3.
Well, that was 3, but I mean, we've also kind of added our own stuff to it. There's actually 4. So Uneven Wings. He's kind of newer to. He's not newer to the community, but I'm gonna explain. So he's not newer to the community. He's been around since D Snow because D Snow introduced him to me. But recently, he's found a passion in being a part of my community, and has quickly deemed himself, in my eyes, one of my higher go-to people when it comes to content-related stuff and just motivation. So Wing asked the question, and I love this question, so that's why I saved it for last. And honestly, as someone inspired by you, he's talking about me, what was some of the gives and takes of starting out and how y'all grew together with the streaming aspect? And I think really what we're doing now is part of the growing together. What we're doing
only when you're not being stupid.
When we move into you helping me more on my social medias, that's us working together and coming together on things.
But you have to.
There was a lot of takeaways from our journey that I'm so stubborn that it's taking me forever to fucking click in. Hence the fighting and hence the pulling away from family times and everything.
But like, I'm the type where she
likes time. I like money.
But I like money too.
But I like money. I like
spending money.
And I think sorry, no, I worded that wrong.
Okay,
you like time.
So itchy.
You like time. I like my passion. My passion is computers. My passion is gaming. My passion is streaming. My passion is all of the stuff that I'm doing now.
My passion,
editing, podcasts, all of that. Your passion and your hobby is to watch movies, sit around, and enjoy free time. That's what you like to do. And I mean, that's fair because you're a mom. That's gonna be your favorite thing to do is to be alone with the person that you had your children with and relax with them. And I don't give you that because I don't have that fucking time and it sucks.
But what you need to listen when I tell you is you need to back away from streaming sometimes and your phone. Because it's to the point the kid is telling you, Daddy, get off your phone, put your phone down. Daddy,
But that's why you're gonna help me. If you're creating the post for me, I'm not having to dig for these posts.
I shouldn't have to feel bad.
No, you shouldn't.
Tell you 100%. To cancel stream because I'm lonely.
No,
because I feel bad if everybody else.
Now, and I'm sure people will. I'm sure people will agree with me. And I'll use yesterday as an example. Yesterday, let me go back here, because this is exactly what happens, and it makes me feel bad. Because last night,
I know I'm rubbing my eyes a lot, people, but my eyes are like.
So last night, first off, she was like debating on if she should eat something at like 9:00 at night. She was like popcorn or ice cream. And before that, she'd asked me if I could get her a Dairy Queen Blizzard. I told her no.
Refused me a Dairy Queen Blizzard.
Okay.
Because I'm not good enough for you.
No, I didn't want to spend the money on it. Because with the delivery, it would have been like a $16 Blizzard. No, it's stupid.
Delivery was only 99 cents.
Plus the taxes, plus the tip, plus everything else.
Oh my God.
Plus they upcharge on there. It's $10 for the Blizzard, plus the tip.
No, it wasn't. Only because it was 11 something. Because I added you in extra cookie dough because I was being nice.
Oh, okay.
But no ice cream.
We wouldn't have had as much money for Starbucks. We wouldn't have been able to get Starbucks today.
I don't give a crap. Ice cream or Starbucks, if one or the other.
Starbucks. Anyways, so after a while, 9:20. I started streaming at 9:00, roughly.
No, 10 o'clock.
No, I started streaming. No, I was already live.
Were you? I thought it was 10 o'clock.
I was already live.
I only got a notification that you were live at like 10.
Yeah, but I went live at like 9:15 or something like that. And you had messaged me, since I'm not getting a blizzard, I'm going to bed. Good night, I'm tired. I said, no, I wasn't ordering a blizzard at 9 p.m. And then you went, enjoy staying up half the night. Instantly, you were like, mad because I didn't buy you a blizzard. Which in turn does this to me. I now feel like shit because I didn't buy you a blizzard. Okay? I feel like shit. Now, I express that emotion in my face to Stream, and Stream can read that off of a streamer. And then I said, you were like, anyways, I'm gonna go watch a movie alone. Yes, you could have just said watch a movie.
I'm alone.
No, you could have just been, no, that is being petty.
I am a petty person.
She is very petty. So when petty. She is upset, she is petty. So she said, I'm gonna go watch a movie alone. Like always, haha. I'm like, fuck your haha. Your haha doesn't mean shit. Your haha is trying to deter me from.
Next time I'll take away the haha and I'll give you this.
Yeah, it sounds. You basically put it right there in between the lines. Ha, ha. Yeah, exactly. I went okay. I
did give you the finger later on though.
I said okay because I was like, I'm not having this conversation right now. I'm live.
I was
like, I'm streaming. I don't want to.
I went off, man.
And she was like, you don't give two craps. And I was like, you're trying to make me feel bad for streaming. Like, when you get upset,
I'm petty.
You're petty. You need to learn from that though, because what happens is that guess what happened last night? Guess what happened last night after that happened? I was sitting at around 12 viewers when you did that. Guess what I ended my stream at? 3. Because my mood drops. So my mood goes from this to down here, and then I ride this like nice cool wave of relaxed but pissed off in the face. And then it doesn't work. It doesn't work for me. And then I'm a very happy-go-lucky person and energetic person. So whenever it comes to doing that stuff and you piss me off and you make me upset, my mood comes down and it ruins my stream.
Yeah, but then there's me upstairs. I go to bed 7 days a week by myself.
So no.
I'm not going to say
I stream 4 days a week.
Yeah, but you stream 4 days a week.
I don't do anything the other 3 days.
But you're still down here.
No, I don't. Not anymore. Not lately. Not lately. I've been coming to bed with you. We watched
2 movies.
We watched movies.
2.
That's 2 different nights.
Yeah,
and then we watched movies upstairs. No, you didn't. I was coming to bed. She's losing her fucking mind. I was coming to bed, and you were like, "Let's watch a movie."
That's the first week.
Yes.
First week that you did that.
That's what I said. It's getting to that point.
No, you're gonna think that.
I think that.
But it's gonna go.
All right, on the 15th, whenever the next podcast comes out, I'll give them a recap. And I'm gonna mark on my calendar every time that I come to bed. Actually, before I decide to come downstairs after work or whatever, or whenever the kids go to bed, and watch a movie with you, or do whatever you want to do, except for watch 20,000 fucking TikToks at 9:00 at night.
Well, if that's what I want to do, that's what I want to freaking do. Too bad.
Watch a YouTube video.
No.
The TikToks don't. I don't like watching. I don't like watching a million TikToks at night.
So how long have you been streaming for? 7, 8, no, 6 years. 6?
Well, 2018. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 6 years.
So let's just say maybe 5 years. I was going to bed by myself.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah. No, I'll agree. I agree.
You shoved me to the sideline.
I agree. I definitely did that because I remember always going to bed when you were asleep.
Sometimes you still do.
Even when, like, even though I was in my head, I was like, I'm in the room. It's fine. It's okay. She's just going to sleep by herself. I'm still in the room, but it's not the same thing.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Like, you don't even cuddle me anymore.
I don't cuddle myself.
You should cuddle.
I hug the edge of the bed. That's just how I sleep.
Yeah, but I'm like, hey, babe, cuddle me. I don't, especially when I don't feel good. Can you cuddle me? You roll the opposite way. You give 2 shits. 2 shits.
Because I'm not comfortable laying the other way.
I fall asleep right over. Like, I'm gonna hit my head on that freaking pill.
You're tired. You're tired.
In my eyes, I am so tired.
Yeah, you're past your bedtime.
I'm way past my bed. No.
She's past her bedtime.
Yes, I am. I'm usually in bed by now.
She's definitely past her bedtime.
If I put my daughter to bed, 9:30, I'm in my own bed.
Who's this Sunny Savannah person? What the fuck? Oh, okay. Never mind.
Who is it?
I'm like looking at my Discord. I'm like, who the fuck is this? It's the Oog Show.
But there is sometimes I did wish that you never did get into streaming.
Yeah, there's times that I wish I didn't get into it either.
It's horrible. It is horrible. But I started streaming, but
I
didn't do my setup yet.
It is and it isn't. There's a lot of things that if I wasn't streaming, I still don't think we would have been together.
What you told me.
I still think though, if I wouldn't have found streaming, I don't think we'd be together today. Because and this is the god awful truth, because streaming and playing video games and having friends outside of just us has given me a chance to step away, even though at first it was way more than what it should have been. I should have never been stepping away as much as I was from our real life, and I should have been focusing a little bit more on that. But like now, I only stream 3-4 hours, four times a week. One time is for Alpha Dogs, so that's only 2 hours. That's not even that bad. I only stream at 10 o'clock that night, so I get to spend time with you before stream, and then depending on if you fall asleep, which usually you do, because it's from 10 to 12.
Yes, because the baby gets up in the middle of the night, and I do every single nighttime bottle because somebody
I can't stay awake.
Can't stay awake to do any nighttime bottles.
No, I can't stay awake.
And that's another thing that pisses me off.
Yeah, I just can't stay awake. That's not even my fault.
I'm so tired.
I could get a full night's sleep. No. I could get a full night's sleep. Wake me up in the middle of the night. I'm not staying awake. I'm passing out.
It's like the other day that really got me mad at you. Is I got into bed at 7:30, 8 o'clock. He got up.
It was 8 o'clock because I remember we waited a half an hour longer.
He got up.
It was 1:15.
At 1:15.
Because I ended stream because of it.
Yeah. About 1:15. He went back to sleep.
Or no, you know what that was? That was an Alpha Dogs night. I was just sitting down here.
Yes.
I was already done stream.
He got up at 1 or 1:15.
1:15, I remember it.
No, it was 1 o'clock. I was just waiting till he was going to put himself to bed.
But you called me up at 1:15.
But he was up at 1.
You called me up at 1:15.
Yes, but he was up at 1. So I'm going to say 1 to about 4.
Yeah, I went to bed at that point.
So the baby was up from 1 to 4. I get him back to sleep. He gets up at 5 o'clock for the day. But you were too tired.
If I would have went downstairs...
You were too tired to get up with them, which sucks for me because I literally...
Yeah, if I would have gotten up with them... And here's the thing. I'm looking at it from a safety aspect. If I would have gotten up with him, he would have been down there alone. Technically. Yeah. Because I would have fallen asleep.
Because then I was literally...
You have the willpower of a fucking ox and can stay awake with 1 hour of sleep. Because I get 1 hour of sleep and I'm down there like...
Yes. Because I was literally up that day from 1 o'clock in the morning. Because by the time I got him to bed and I was about to fall asleep, he was up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're screwed up your sleep schedule.
Oh, my sleep schedule has been
screwed up. For all the
up.
Times for COVID where you stayed up.
My sleep schedule. Night. No, my sleep schedule has been fucked up before that. Before COVID, it's been fucked up since I worked for Scott.
Okay, do you just want me to blame Scott?
No, blame me on it. It's not Scott's fault. Scott didn't want me. Scott didn't want me working that late. Scott didn't want me doing the shit.
I think if I would have told him what you were doing, I think he would have whacked you upside the head.
Oh, he found out eventually.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he did. He did.
Was mad at you?
He called me out on it.
Good.
He called me out on it.
You weren't listening to me.
He called me out on it, and then he's like, he called me out on it, and then he's like, hey, it's your fucking life. You want to do it that way, do it that way. But I definitely don't fucking suggest you do it.
Did you tell him that you should have listened to him?
No, I don't ever tell him that, no.
When it came to that, you should have freaking listened to him.
Yeah, but I was trying to...
Show off?
No, I thought that I was going to be really successful at streaming right off the rip.
It doesn't work that way.
No, it doesn't. And
but I only started streaming because it's fun. Like to me, I get to play games.
You also were able to start streaming and instantly gain a little bit of a following.
They were your freaking friends.
But that's it.
That doesn't count.
That does count. That's what the streaming world is. If I would be a very big streamer and then you started streaming, you would have been a mid-sized streamer because guess what? Yeah. My following is now your following. That's how that works.
I had a second baby. I couldn't
keep
my eyes open.
That's it. Like we had Adeline and then Mrs. Ray started streaming on the nights that I wasn't streaming. So I remember I would stream 3 or 4 nights a week and then she'd stream the opposite. So if I streamed 4 days a week, she streamed the other 3. So there was always one of us live.
I only streamed twice a week.
When I first moved home, yes, because
me.
when we first moved home, yes, because I was streaming 5 days a week because I wasn't working. So you streamed the other 2 days.
And remember what you said to me too? You used the excuse of living with my parents.
I did.
To not help me with the baby.
Yes, because your parents were there to help you.
Responsibility.
No, but they wanted to be active in the baby's life, so they were.
There's like other. They could have been like, oh, here, I'll feed it. Oh.
But okay, and I mean,
oh my God, my eyes.
We're gonna end it here, but something to consider is that, and this is always gonna be a he said, she said situation. I can't talk ever. He said, she said situation / like what I think versus what you think. And from what I think is that even to this day, the way we have our dynamic of household is old school. You're a stay-at-home mom. You're a housewife. Plain and simple. That's layman terms. You're a housewife. No matter if it sounds fucking.
But we're the 21st century. You still need help.
But hold on. Let me get to where I'm coming from. You're considered a housewife, whether or not someone's gonna call me a feminist or anything. I don't give a shit. You are a housewife. You stay at home. You get to take care of your children and bring your children up. You don't have to send them to daycare. You're not working. You're a stay-at-home mom. You're considered what they would call a housewife. I work 40 hours a week. Men back those days worked 80 hours a week. So what do? I come home and I work more to try and provide more. And then I get told I'm not around enough. If you were working with a blue-collared man and living with a blue-collared man, you wouldn't see that fucker.
Like today.
I don't know what you would do if you didn't see that guy.
Like you were off today with the weekend I had.
Yeah, break your nails that I paid $100 for.
With the weekend that I had.
Catwoman.
Weekend I had. You should let me have a nap today.
I was gonna say weekend you had her daughter was gone, but yeah, no, he was a handful.
He was his whole schedule.
The problem is that anytime you step away, they become absolute animals. You're in the kitchen and like Caden's fucking crying in a corner and Adeline's like 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 Caden, stop. Adeline, can you sit down? Fucking Caden crying in a corner. The minute you step away, it becomes absolute fucking mental chaos, and I cannot get them. No, I can't get them to fucking calm down.
You can't handle it. You cannot handle both kids by yourself.
Oh my God, I don't have 16 arms.
If I go for a nap and I leave you with the 2 kids, I go for a nap. I wake up, you're gonna be on the freaking ground in the corner with your knees up in the fetal position, going like this because you cannot handle them.
And then Adeline's gonna be bouncing off my forehead. Caden will be pulling my hair. Adeline will be balancing on her stomach on my forehead. And I will be fucking heaving, hoeing back and forth, crying. That's exactly a picture that you could imagine in your head because of how those children are. Adeline will literally wait till I sit on the floor in line with the couch and then go, Daddy, Daddy, catch me. And then throw her fucking stomach onto my head and somersault over me and land in my legs and then go, one more time.
I really need to teach her the freaking meaning of one more time.
Yeah, one more time.
One more time is not really one more time.
One more time means 16 more times, Dad. 16 more. But
yeah, the image is pretty funny.
It's funny until one day she hurts herself and then she's not going to think it's funny no more.
How many times did she hurt herself doing something when she got up and just did right back to it after crying?
And who do you have to thank? Who do you have to thank for that one? Not your dad. Not your dad, that's for sure. Your dad was scared of me doing things with my daughter like that.
Hey.
All right. The doggy's getting annoyed. She's done. Mrs. Rage is tired. My nose is starting to run for some weird reason. I'm sweating. I don't know why. Probably because there's too much connective heat. She went outside earlier today.
For bed? Normally do before the kids go to bed?
No, I never take her out more than that.
Why?
No, she's barking at you because you're too close.
Okay, I'll go. I will leave.
Yeah, you basically have no choice. The dog is kicking you out.
Yeah, I know. She's kicking me out.
Yeah, she's splitting us up.
Kicking me out.
You guys can't see she is.
Kicking me out.
Well, she's not kicking you out, but look at her. Look at her looking at me. Yeah. Okay. Kid.
Get off of me, kid.
Get off of me, child.
Okay, bye. I'm
Okay.
leaving. I gotta get out of here.
Yeah. You're tired.
I'm tired
Take
of-
your monitors. Take your children with you. Take the children with you.
Come on, Rage. You're like a freaking kid there.
Second,
I take care
third
of you
child.
like I'm your own mother.
except I cook all the meals.
You have